Concept 4, describing slope. So there are four kinds of lines, four kinds of linear equations. Okay, you're going to have one that goes up and to the right. So when x increases, y is increasing. Okay, that's called a positive slope or an uphill. And if you find the slope, it is a positive number. Okay, your fraction will be positive. Downhill is going to be when x is increasing, y is decreasing. Or another way of looking at it is when y is increasing, x is decreasing. Okay, and the number, the value for your slope is going to be negative. Okay, sometimes students have made mistakes because, you know, if you're going down, if you're decreasing in x values, x is becoming a larger negative, and y is also going to be becoming a larger negative. Okay, but remember, when you put those into a fraction, those negatives are going to cancel and you will still have a positive slope. Okay, and then just like we covered in the last video, a horizontal line has a slope of 0 and a vertical line has an undefined slope. Okay, the last thing we're going to look at is comparing slopes. Okay, and whether you look at and find the actual equation of these lines and the actual value of the slope, or you just compare them by looking at what the lines look like. Either way, you're going to be using some of the same terminology or the same way of describing them. Okay, if I'm comparing this purple line and the blue line, and I was comparing their slopes, I would say that the purple line has a negative slope while the blue line has a positive slope. So purple is negative and blue is positive. And what I would say is I would say that the purple line has a steeper slope. Okay? So the closer your line gets to being vertical, the steeper the slope. And then like this green line has a very shallow slope. Okay? It's negative, but it's very shallow. It's getting closer and closer to a slope of 0. Okay? The steeper your slope, the greater the absolute value. Okay? It can either be a really large negative number or a really large positive number, but it's going to be a larger number. And the shallower your slope, the smaller the number is going to be. Okay? It's going to be a lower value.